So, which do you prefer? The blue pill or the red pill? Sometimes illusions may not be all that bad. So this video, I'm going to be talking about hard truths. So what are hard truths? Hard truths are those truths, right? If you take the word hard truths, right? They are those truths that you know that you need them in your life to make your life better, to make your life richer, to achieve your destiny and to achieve your goals. But they are hard to accept, probably because maybe because of your upbringing, or maybe something happened in your life that just makes you contrary to that truth, or maybe you just have to give up some things in order to accept that truth and you don't want to do it. Now, hard truths can apply in any aspect of life, whether physical or spiritual or mental, but I'm just going to be taking an example just to illustrate. So let's take the example of a student. Let's say the student is not serious and the student is in university, and this student knows that, okay, I need to become serious, I need to start reading my books, I need to start doing well in school. But that's a hard truth, because the student knows that in order to accept that truth that he needs to be serious, he has to give up video games. Probably he is addicted to video games and TV or like movie series, and he has to give them up. And he also has to be more serious, read for hours, hours and hours, and he knows that that's not going to be really comfortable or fun at all. And so that's a hard truth that the student has to accept. But how does that happen? So I'm going to use the analogy of when you are taking a pill. For instance, let's say you are taking paracetamol or augmentin. That's the worst, augmentin. So you have to take this pill in order to get better. And so what do? People do it differently. Some people will drink water, then pop the pill in their mouth, drink water again and swallow it. Some people just put it in their mouth, make sure it doesn't they don't taste it, just drink water and swallow it. But the bottom line is, most people, if you are normal, you don't chew the pill, right? You take it and you swallow it to make sure like that bitter taste does not get on your tongue. Because what happens if it does, like if you chew it and you insist on chewing it and you want to feel every molecule in the pill before you swallow it, most likely you're going to throw up or you're going to spit it out, because it's just going to be so bitter that you can't ingest it. And so how does this apply to our earlier example? So basically, when you are trying to accept a hard truth, don't focus on the bad parts. Instead, be in the moment and focus on what you are going to achieve. If you're a student, focus on the fact that, okay, if I read well now, I'm going to do well in my exams, and after exams I'll have all the time to play and do all that. Don't focus on the fact that, oh, I'm going to have to give up TV, I'm going to have to give up movies and everything. Focusing on the bad part is like chewing your medicine. You take the pill and you want to chew it before you swallow it, and it's just going to make you vomit or throw up because you can't really handle it. So instead, what you are meant to do is just take it in and don't focus on the bad. Instead, focus on the good, and that's like using the water and swallowing it, so you don't actually like taste how bitter it is, but it gets into your system and it gets the work done. Now, there are some other people who are like, I can't even take it with water, I have to use Fanta and drink it, right? And so maybe they'll take Fanta before they'll put it in their mouth. They might even drink it with water, but they'll not take Fanta afterwards, so that no trace of bitterness will remain. And now this is the second tip. Apart from not focusing on the bad part, I mentioned to focus on the good parts, but you can also add good things that you can focus on. For instance, you can add a reward. Oh, after I read for so and so period of time, I'm going to give myself this reward, maybe a temporary reward. You can also, like I said, focus on the after effects, on the permanent or like the long lasting rewards, such as you are going to do very well in school, you're going to get a first class, you're going to get a good grade. So when you think of the fact that, okay, I need to accept this truth, think of the benefits. And this is a mind like renewal or training, because normally people will just keep focusing on, oh, I'm going to give this up, I'm going to miss this. But just train your mind to not think about that. Instead, think about the benefits you're going to get and give yourself rewards that you're also going to get. And the best thing about this is that in time, you are going to learn to love the process more than the price you are paying. So you're going to learn to love the hard work you're putting in even more than what you are giving up. So for instance, let's say you want to write, you have an exam coming up and you want to put in the hard work, right? Your hard truth is you need to be a serious student, so you want to put in that work, but you keep thinking, oh my god, a new series of the peripheral is coming out, I'm going to miss that, I'm going to miss there's a game that I'm playing, I'm in the last level, maybe GTA, and I'm going to have to suspend that, and you just keep thinking about all that. And then what happens is maybe you set the time to read by 2 o'clock, and then it's getting to 2 o'clock and you're thinking, oh my god, like I'm just gonna be in there studying and everything, and I'm going to have to stop what I'm watching, stop what I'm doing, and in the end you push it forward. Okay, I'm going to start by 3, I'm going to start by 4, and in the end you end up not doing it because you are so discouraged, because you kept focusing on what you were missing and you didn't focus on what you actually had to do. So in this scenario, what you are meant to do, don't even think about it. When it gets to 2, just do it. You know, there's something Brian Tracy said, just do it. I think it's in his book Eat the Frog, talking about, I think something similar to this, how Eat the Frog. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, just when it gets to that point, just start doing it. Banish all thoughts from your mind of I'm missing this or I'm missing that. Instead, focus on, okay, I'm doing this now. If there's a reward, maybe snacks, or maybe just one episode of a series, or whatever it is that you want to do, just think of that reward, think of the long-term benefits, and just be in the moment and read in the moment. Stop thinking about time. I know it's going to be hard, but it's something that you get more used to with practice. There's also a cheat code where you can divide your screen, be watching movies while you're studying. But my blood, I mean, there are pros and cons of that. I've learned about concentration and how you should focus on one task at a time. So I'm not exactly endorsing that, but I know it helped me a lot in uni. Some people will be like, what? How can you be watching a movie and reading? Well, it's my hard truth. So, like in the beginning, I said some illusions might not be so bad, right? Because what happens is you are kind of placing yourself under an illusion where you don't focus on the bad and instead just think about the good parts of doing something, but that illusion is for your good. So while there are some people, even in popular media, they do it, maybe there are some things that the general public doesn't accept, so they put it in a movie, they put it in a comedy series, and you keep seeing it and seeing it, and their plan is to just desensitize you to that stuff so that they can now introduce what they are trying to introduce. And even though that is mainly done in a negative light, this is a positive way of doing it, in which you have a truth you want to introduce to yourself and maybe even to others, and this is a truth that has a positive long-term effect, but it's hard to introduce it because maybe just because of how the view is around it and what you may have to give up to accept that truth. And so instead of just taking it, trying to chew it, getting all the bitter parts and throwing it up, you put it also in something sweet, and give yourself rewards. Think about the long-term benefits. Don't think about what you are giving up, and like that you can actually swallow it and it works for you. So you're putting yourself under a kind of good illusion, but for a good cause. So if you learned something, leave a comment down below and share it to others as well. Tell me what you got from it. Tell me what hard truth you are trying to accept, and tell me like the steps you might use to accept that hard truth. So please share this video with others. Like the video. I'm trying to reach at least 1,000 likes in this video. Some people said I have to accept the hard truth that can't happen, but I can't. How can I accept a truth that is hard? Can somebody tell me how? So seriously, guys, seriously, blue pill or red pill? So I chose the red pill. Please, in the Matrix, what happens to the person who is the red pill? I don't really remember. Anyways, like this video, like it, and comment. Thank you.